Good. It's Mr. CCDV. And yes, this was not a scheduled uh, chronic pain stream. However, we have a friend out there in YouTube land who needed to talk about her pain today. So we will go around the panel I've got on the stream right now. We've got Nina Green with us, and we've got Jedi Bill 797.
Hello,
We have
everybody.
one other feller coming up, and we've got a link that you guys can all, ask my wrenches for, Nina and Jedi Bill. If you have them on Discord and you have them on Twitter, then ask them for the link and they'll be able to send you the link. I really don't want to post it because this is Nina's night. So, what's going on, Nina?
Well, I woke up this morning. My arm hurts so bad right now. So Nora called me this evening and told me, put the heating pad on it. So I got the heating pad on it.
Okay.
But I'm still hurting. My back doesn't hurt as bad since I got my decompression going.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yes. So I like being decompressed. I'm on the table and they're stretching my back, and it's like, oh yes, I can be on this table all day long.
That's hard to do, though.
But
Well, no, for me it was always hard to do. I've always had lower back pain. I don't know why.
Yeah, well,
well, I do know why, but the lower back pain I had when I was 25 versus the lower back pain I have now is just it's like, okay. When I was 25, the lower back pain was a little tiny pebble.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey, there's a boulder in your back. Well, how did a boulder get in my back? That is confusing to me.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I get to the no, okay. I'm looking at the live chat right now. Apparently I left my power cable for my monitor at the VFW when I did karaoke on New Year's Eve. And so I can't power up my second monitor. So I'm watching the live chat right now and responding to that.
I'm just about to get the chat on.
I don't think the private chat would be a good idea, but if I see it and I go back there, if you got something to say, go ahead. But yeah, I'm looking at the live chat right now, so if we actually get people to watching, I will read their comments and stuff.
Yep.
Did you guys tweet this one out, or?
I tweeted it out everywhere.
Okay, right on.
It might have been a little bit early, but you know.
Well, yeah, no worries. Yeah, the twit and the Discord, all that stuff. All right, so your arm hurts, Nina. Your arm hurts. It's been hurting all day.
All day long, yes. Oh, so I've been sleeping all day long.
Wow, that takes a special kind of person. I haven't slept. Well, I've slept about 2 hours a night for the last 3 days.
Oh no.
Oh, hi, lovely Sherry. Hello. Yeah, I don't know why I'm back in this cycle where I sleep for 12 hours and then I go back to not sleeping pretty much all night. Like 2 hours was enough to get me through tonight or last night, and I was able to function for the most part today. But go ahead and tell us again about your the pain in your arm, please.
Well, I got up this morning. Yeah, I must have twisted it wrong or something. But it says, okay, I'm going to give you some pain.
Oh,
I
got when that happens.
Yes, and I'm in so much pain. I took 2 Tylenol and didn't even touch it.
Oh, analgesics like Tylenol and aspirin and ibuprofen, they're, well, what do you call them? Analgesics, right? They're not painkillers.
No,
Ridiculous.
not really.
Yeah. Take 2 Advil and you'll feel better all day long. Yeah. Right.
Tell me something different now.
Yeah. Stop the lies.
Yep. And I took to them, didn't phase the pain, I'll tell you. But the heating pad helps a little bit, so.
That's good.
Probably.
That sounds like it's muscle pain then. So you probably did sleep on it wrong. I don't really know. I mean, is it radiating from the shoulder or the elbow, or is it like just
from the neck?
Oh, from the okay, yeah. It sounds like you slept on it wrong to me, but again, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I was a freaking combat lifesaver in the Army.
Yep, that's okay. So I now have the heating pad on. Nurse adjusted it.
That's good. On your neck or on your shoulder or just on the arm
on my
itself?
neck and my shoulder.
Oh, good. Right on. Hello, number 1. Thank you for joining us. Now,
hello there, number
Bill.
1. Yes.
You're on the panel.
Uh-huh.
So that means you're in chronic pain.
Yes.
So, let's explore that, because normally when you and I get together, we just goof off and joke, make fun of each other, get mad at each other, make up with one another, get mad at each other again, goof off and joke and all that stuff. So let's be serious for a little while. How are you feeling?
Okay, for the most part. I mean, my of all places, my feet and ankles have been hurting, but and sometimes the hip. So
yeah, number 1, do I have you on Discord or Twitter or something like that? I'm not sure. I've talked to. I know I've had private chats with number 1 before, but I don't remember.
I don't know if he uses the Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord.
Crap. I don't even know how to find it. Okay, let's see.
He said he will DM you.
Okay.
Hello, Raquel. Hello, Raquel. How you doing?
Hi, Raquel. Thank you for joining us. I know it's odd to set this as a... Well, okay, it's not really odd. I've been in chronic pain for many, many years. So I figured it's a good platform that we can get together and talk about something. Now, Sunday night, I mislabeled it. I need to come up with a different name for Sunday nights when I'm able to do it. Because chronic pain on Sunday nights ends up being a goofball festival.
Yes,
there's nothing wrong with that.
But
there is when someone can't talk. I try talking and everybody else talking. I'm fine. So that's the way it is with.
Oh, right. Yeah, when you get a lot of people on the panel and the host is just going, "Hey, it's a free for all."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I apologize for that. I know you came in thinking it was going to be serious like it used to be on Thursday mornings, and I just couldn't sleep that night, so I figured let's do something.
Yeah.
I mislabeled it. I probably shouldn't have labeled it that. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
Anyway, So your arm hurts. Jedi Bill's
Yes.
feet and ankle hurts. Feet
Yeah,
and
feet.
ankles. Whew. I got
Feet
that
and
right
ankles.
finally. Well,
Yeah.
I can again. I talked to you guys about this backstage,
Yeah.
but I didn't put it out there publicly, so I will do that now. If you don't mind me taking over the show for a few minutes.
No, go right ahead. It's your show.
This
All
last
right,
few days. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jedi Bill.
I just a message DM'd it to #1 on Discord.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this last couple of days, I haven't been able to sleep. It's not like I changed my sleeping schedule. I really didn't. But I had a really good time on New Year's Eve, and a really good time. I mean, I slept in the parking lot. A really good time. That kind of a good time on New
Wow.
Year's Eve. So at least I was smart enough not to try to drive. But
Yeah.
had a lot of people singing karaoke with me, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time on New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, I had no trouble sleeping at all, obviously. And then on the second, I slept for about 2 hours, and my eyes just popped open. Like, what's happening here? I can't. So I took a couple of the whatever brand PM that you're taking to try and go back to sleep, and I literally laid there in my bed for 3 hours going. So I put on a really boring book, and I went, this is a really boring book. That didn't work. So I put on one of those really boring documentaries, and I went, ooh, this is a boring documentary. Eventually, I just got up and made a pot of coffee. I was like, I'm done with this. I can't sleep tonight, so I'm just not going to. But I got 2 hours of sleep, so I'm actually happy about that. Because sometimes when I'm in this cycle, I get no sleep. And so 2 hours is better than none.
Yep.
And so that's been going on for, what is today? Thursday? Sunday to Thursday is 5 days, right?
Yeah.
That's if I do my math right, and I'm not so good at math. So that's been going on. I get between 2 and 5 hours, all broken up, right? So I'll eventually get multiple hours of sleep, and that's just the way it is. I go through that a lot, and I was actually in that cycle when I first met Jedi Bill doing the. I don't know whose late night we were on. But we got together and said, hey, that'd be fun. Let's do Insomniac Soup. Because that was the first time I had been in an Insomniac cycle. I didn't know it was going to last for days on end and then go away. And then I'd be in a somnolent cycle. It's not narcolepsy. I don't fall asleep at stoplights, and I don't fall asleep while I'm walking down the street or anything like that. I'll sleep for 12 or 14 hours. And it's not depressive. It's not depression either. I don't know, sleep for 12 hours. So I never know which cycle I'm going to be in. I sent him the link. Thank you, Jedi Bill.
Yeah.
So it turns out that, even though I hadn't changed my sleep cycle, I did actually sleep for 6 hours on New Year's Eve. Or many people would say, yes, I passed out on New Year's Eve. Either way, that didn't change because the next night I was able to get a full 6 hours of sleep. I usually only sleep 6 hours. That's when I'm in my normal everyday, I can do anything, rake leaves, carry in wood from the wood pile, that kind of stuff. Regular sleep cycle is about 6 hours. All right. Now, once all this ends, hold on. Hi, number one. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
All right. I'll finish up real quick and then we'll move on to you. All right. So, I'll go for 5, 6 days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. I honestly have no idea how long this cycle is going to last. So, I may end up only sleeping for 2 hours a night for the next 2 weeks, and I may end up staying awake for 2 or 3 days. And I hate it when I do that. I really do. I still have no idea how you guys do your marathon streams. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
If you had any idea what it was like to not be able to sleep, you wouldn't do those marathon streams.
No, because I keep on doing them. And I keep on going through the night.
But this morning, I should say I was disoriented yesterday because I didn't remember that they told me that they changed my appointment this morning or this afternoon actually to next week. And so I thought that my uncle had to drive himself to his appointment and I had to drive myself to my appointment. And I got up this morning. Well, I got out in the living room when the sun came up this morning and I looked at the paperwork and I was like, oh crap, I'm so stupid. We've got the truck with the trailer attached with, a year's worth of aluminum cans all tied down and ready to go to the recycling center. And I'm like, oh crap, that was so dumb. I should have looked at my paperwork yesterday. I was going to take all the recycling down to the recycling center and turn it all in. But anyway, so I was able to go down with my uncle to his appointment. So I drove down there, no problem. Oh, the Jason Lee Tucker statement. What's up?
Hey,
So I went
Jason
down
Lee.
there.
Good to see you.
And I got him to the eye doctor. He has a pre-surgery appointment. So I got him to the eye doctor, no problem. And then right after that, I drove to the diner. And as I got out of the car, I was like, oh, crap, this isn't happening right now, is it? This isn't happening. Oh, oh no. I stood up and I was like one of those baby deer. Like my legs wouldn't hold me up and my arms were going blah, 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 blah. And my head is going back and forth, I really didn't want to turn the camera on to do the visual, but I will. Hold on. Oh, let me stretch out here real quick. All right. So I stepped out of the car and I stood up and I was going. And I went, crap, this isn't happening right now. Please don't let this happen right now. I don't. Oh, okay. So we walked into the diner and I was like, okay, I'm going to be steady. I'm going to be steady when I walk into the diner. And I walked into the diner and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I just walked into the diner. All right. Whew. Okay, steady, steady, steady. Got to the booth and I went to sit down and I went, oh. Okay. Whew. I'm in the booth. Oh. I've been doing heavy workouts for 20 years, going push-ups, sit-ups, running, weightlifting and bicycling and all that stuff for 20 years. And now I go to an appointment, I sit in the car for an hour, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, great, I can't walk. Huh, that's wonderful. So we ate dinner. We ate breakfast. Sorry, we ate breakfast. I ordered coffee, and the server came out with the coffee, and she set it down, and she filled it, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. This is going to be a really weird request, Can I have a straw? I'd really like a long straw, but I'll take a regular straw if you got it. Whatever the case may be. And so drank my coffee through a straw this morning. It's absolutely ridiculous. I got back to the car and I let my uncle drive to the gas station because I was still trembling. And then we finally finished at the gas station and we went a little ways down the road and he had to pull over because, he's going to have eye surgery next week. God, I can't believe I let him drive.
Yeah, you can't let him drive. That's for damn sure.
If I were driving, I'd be like this, Couple miles down the road, and I was like, okay, hold on. Whew, I'm good. All right. As long as I'm sitting down, I'm fine. Okay, I can drive now. So we switched places. I grabbed the steering wheel with both hands, and I was really gripping the steering wheel like this, and I was like, okay. I'm driving. Oh, okay, we're good. Doing a little bit of this, going, okay, yep. Doing a little bit of that, going, okay. All right, back on the, okay, centered, good to go. Whew, okay. By the time we got home, I was like, oh, I feel much better. I can carry all the groceries into the house now. Since we have a brand new guest, I am going to stop telling the story because we did go to the grocery store. God, you should have seen me in the grocery store. Number one, welcome to the panel. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
So it is a chronic pain stream. So as much fun as I like to have telling my stories, I am sympathetic, empathetic to those of my guests. So, what's your story, man?
So I guess you have paralysis sometimes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I have multiple sclerosis. It's gonna get worse.
So that's from MS that you
Yeah, the trembling. Yeah, that's relatively new. It started about a year ago, but it used to only last for like 5-10 minutes. And it used to only be in my left arm. Now it's apparently my entire body. So in the last 6 months, I guess it's happened about 5 times, but only twice since I've been on the road, or since it only happened twice when I was driving.
So they done an MRI for that?
Oh, yeah. I've had MRIs every year for the last 5-6 years.
Okay. And so that just shows what?
Unfortunately, and this is
Nothing?
one of the problems with my diagnosis, is it just shows black spots. I'm not sure how technically familiar you are with neurological stuff like that. Most people with multiple sclerosis have the progressive remissive version. Yeah. Yeah. PR or RPMS or whatever it is. I have primary progressive. And so even though there's a couple of spots in my brain, many MRI techs look at it and go, well, it could be a lesion, but it could just be a spot. And the spots that show up in my spine are just black spots. They just show up as black spots. They don't flare. They never flare. What the flare means is once the damage is done.
How long has this been going on for?
Well, about 15 years.
So before you got out in the military?
Yeah, yeah. My last 2005 to 2000. Yeah, my last 10 years. I ran as much as I possibly could. Right. So I mean, my 2 mile run was still around 7 minutes, which or not 7 minutes per mile, not 7 minutes for the whole run. That would be ridiculous. So about 14 minutes for a 2 mile run was my regular standard run. And then we got back from Iraq in 2000, late 2005, and in 2006 I started having symptoms where my feet would fall asleep while I was running. Right, and that would slow me down. And then
Um,
by
so
2008, it was so
you
bad
had
that
the one shots, I'm guessing, right?
the one shots.
It was multiple shots, but the anthrax shots, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had like 9 or 10 of those.
Yeah, I bet you it's from that.
You think so?
Yeah, because I've had the same pretty much stuff you're describing.
Oh,
Mine ain't as severe as yours, but I didn't experience mine until after I started getting anthrax shots. So I think it
oh.
is from that.
I thought mine was triggered from the MRSA that I had for 6 months.
Okay, well, I mean, it could be from that too, but I'm just saying.
I know anthrax is not a safe um, vaccine, especially if you get 9 of them. I mean, farmers usually get a series, which is like 3 to 4 shots, but it seems like before every one of my deployments, I got 3 to 4 shots. And I was like, wait, hold on. I've had the entire series of anthrax 3 times.
Yeah, because they started it and stopped it and then restarted it and
Right.
stopped it. You know.
Like something's wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, yeah, pretty
It
much
might
just
be. Yeah, I don't
waiting for
know.
that lawsuit to come out, and I'll jump on that bandwagon. But
You know what? I'd jump on that bandwagon too. But there were so many of us who got the anthrax shots that it just seems there's a very low percentage who got any kind of disability out of that. So I don't know how many people got MS from the anthrax shot. I can raise my hand if that actually comes out to be a scientific fact. See,
yeah, no, I mean it's pretty interesting. I mean, I don't have a MS diagnosis yet, but I know 2 of my nerves when I had my MRI done are partially paralyzed.
oh yeah, like one neurologist called the spots on my spine arthritis. Like, really, guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the disc space is healthy and it's got plenty of lubrication in it, but you have arthritis somehow. Oh, congratulations. You can read an MRI. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, it's progressively getting worse and worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't really understand the progression of it, right?
yeah.
Like it varies between people.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of people who get misdiagnosed with MS before they get their fibromyalgia or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just plain old small fiber neuropathy, right? Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's just weird that I don't know how to say this. When you do a spinal fluid test, there are bands that go around certain cells, and I forget what those bands are called. But they look for those in your spinal fluid. And if they don't see them, they can't define you as having MS. And the lesions in your brain and the lesions in your spine, they're supposed to flare under an MRI, which means they put a contrast in and the magnetic resonance gets larger, so it flares. But there are types of MS where that flaring never takes place. And, my dad had that type. And it's not hereditary, okay? Multiple sclerosis is not hereditary. It is genetic. So my 3 siblings don't have it. And they will probably never get it, which is fantastic for them. I love it. I have it. My dad had it. His 4 siblings never got it. So it's not hereditary, it's genetic. And something has to trigger that gene to start ruining your spinal cord. Your brain and your spinal cord. The nerves, they have to destroy nerves or glial cells or whatever they destroy, Have you ever seen 2 wires next to each other that get a short between them? Like the insulation burns off for whatever reason, right? I mean, gets pinched or whatever, and electricity is going through it, and it melts the rubber, and you see the sparking, right? That's what's happening with the spinal nerves and the nerves in the brain. That sparking is going across 2 different neurons all the way down your spine and in your brain. And so you're basically just short-circuiting, and the more short circuits you get, the less you can walk and run and talk. I've already talked too much.
You talk too much. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, and my doctors keep telling me this, that alcohol is a inflammatory substance, and so people with MS should not drink. And I go, okay. But like a day like today, I knew I was going to drive, so I wasn't drinking. And okay, there are people who go on benders and then they stop drinking for a couple of days, 3 days, and they get delirium tremens, right? Delirium tremens happens when you're at rest. Your muscles are at rest and you're shaking constantly. Okay. With a neurological issue, at rest, you're fine. Normally, you can just sit still. There are other neurological diseases where you shiver no matter what you're doing, or tremor no matter what you're doing. For me, I'm fine when I'm at rest. I can lay back and put my arm over the back of a couch and just look like I'm having a dandy time. And then as soon as I reach out for my drink, my arm is shaking. So for people with DTs, a lot of the times the treatment is get up and walk around, move your arms, because you're not going to be trembling if you're getting up and walking around and moving your arms. Okay. I get up and walk around and move my arms involuntarily. My arms are moving involuntarily. But I sit still. Like I can watch TV. I'm sitting here in front of the computer. Although I have been drinking for a couple of hours. So
Yay. Good.
It got so bad at one point that when we went to the grocery store, I was actually stuttering. Like, oh, can you open the trunk? It's like, I don't stutter.
Oh,
I
no.
slur, but I don't stutter.
And
There's
hiccup.
a big difference between slurring and stuttering.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for you guys to talk. I know I could carry the show myself, but
Uh,
it's only been 35 minutes, and I've taken up like 20 of them. So
uh,
yeah, we came on for Nina.
yeah,
got a
Nina,
bad
didn't you
arm.
have to go to the chiropractor? You're trying to going to the chiropractor on Monday now?
Yeah, I'm going to the chiropractor on Monday.
Hmm.
I'm going to call them and see if they can.
Now, does that work for you? Does it actually help? I mean, how much does it really help? I want to know.
The decompression?
Yeah.
Oh, it helps a lot.
Okay.
So,
Can you explain what decompression is? Because it sounds to me like a medieval torture device.
and it's not.
And when I get on one, it feels like a medieval torture device.
Well, I like it because it helps.
So you hang upside down?
No, you're on the table
Oh, okay.
and you're strapped down on your. They don't strap everything down. Just have it across your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then they put this thing on, and this machine takes and pulls your your back a little bit, and then it releases it. And then it pulls it, and then it releases it. And what this is doing is, because I have a degenerative spine with bulging disc, which was very painful, it helps to take the pressure off the disc.
Opens up the space between the vertebra, so it gives that
Yes.
disc a little bit more space to float around.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. Very good.
So
Hey,
it's
Cinnabon.
very nice.
Howdy, Cinnabon. They when I got to the VA, they actually issued me a TENS unit. That's the little electrodes that you stick on your lower back that shoot
Yeah.
little tiny bursts of electricity. It's like licking a 9-volt battery. And you can turn the intensity up and down, and that usually helps a lot of people who have chronic muscle spasms and things like that. And so I was going in there for back pain a lot, not realizing that because I hadn't had an MRI for like 2 years at that point. So I didn't realize there was a black spot on my spine when I got the TENS unit. And so I wore it, right? And I turned the intensity up and down, whatever I needed at the time. And, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. I went to my son's elementary school for a teacher parent day. And I got up out of the chair and I was like, "Thank you, teacher. That was wonderful." And I walked out of the classroom, started walking down the hallway, and fell right on my face because my legs just totally gave out. I was like, get that TENS unit off of me, would you please, ex-wife? So that was that was a fun night. That machine added, I guess, a little bit of extra electricity while I was to the arc while I was walking, and my leg just gave out and I went right on my face.
Mm-mm. That's
Like,
not good.
that ain't right.
No, it's not fun either.
No, it's really not. So I
Rather
stopped.
painful.
I stopped using it. I stopped using it. I was like, okay, fine, I'm done. I'm not going to use this TENS ever again. And sure enough, I could walk normally again for about 3 more years.
Hmm.
3 more years, eh?
Yeah, when was that? We were in Phoenix, so I had to have been
Did your ramp ever get
16.
finished at your mountain home in?
I finished the wooden part and I painted the wooden part. I put the railings on and all that stuff. So the ramp is done. What I don't have is the paving stones to go the rest of the way down to the sidewalk.
Oh
So
no!
I still can't put my wheelchair up there, but at the very least, I've got the ramp done so I can walk up the dirt part and then turn around and get up the wooden part.
That's good.
There's a ramp right outside my uncle's house, so I don't have any trouble walking down the ramp at my uncle's house.
Well, that's good.
Which apparently means I do need to finish the ramp at my house.
You getting? Is there getting snow up there?
Oh, they're probably snowing all over my ramp right now.
No, like where you were at in Cali.
Oh, yeah, actually. Oh, we had 18 inches, and people were like, this is the worst snow we've had in years. I was like, come on, man. Like 20 years ago, it used to snow
in
like this all the
years.
time up here.
It definitely snows up there. It's beautiful though when it snows.
Used to come up here for vacation to come and see the snow, right? Build a snowman, turn around and go home. It's only 4 hours from Los Angeles. At that time, 4 hours. It's like 6 hours now with traffic. Stupid
Yeah,
traffic.
but it's so pretty up there.
It is. Lots of pine, lots of oak, lots of manzanita. Yeah, I love it up here.
Yep.
I was so glad he didn't want to move back to the city. Like, God, I lived in Phoenix while my mom was dying. Please don't make me live in LA.
That's just
Well,
not true.
you're away
Cinnabon.
from LA.
Cinnabon sauce.
Ouch. Hey, this is not a comedy show, Jedi Bill. It's not a
I'm
comedy
not
show.
making it a comedy.
He's
Dr.
going to
Cinnabon.
make it a comedy one.
Dr. Cinnabon, he just won't let off for this Disney. He likes just Disney. What can I tell you?
So yeah, today was not fun for me.
No.
Is it time for my grocery shopping story?
I don't know.
I'll wait.
The
I'll wait.
old one
You guys
tell.
want to talk? You're supposed to be talking about your pain, Nina. That's why I brought you on here. That's why I
Yes,
did this
no,
stream
but
tonight.
do we ever talk about pain all the time? No.
No, we don't. Well, I try to always make my stories funny.
I
Because,
know. I know you do.
I mean, I may not be funny, but I try.
Yeah. Oh. Darn shoulder. Mm.
Oh, see, right there, right? You're relaxing in your recliner with the heat pad on your neck and your shoulder, and you're
Yeah.
going, okay, I'm relaxing and I'm finally getting some relief in my arm. And like you move to get something and you go, ow!
Yes. Exactly.
If Thomas Potts were here, he'd say, hit Bill some more. That's always good therapy. Right?
Oh.
That is usually very good therapy. Yeah.
No, me getting hit by anything is never good therapy. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, most people, if they get a broken arm or a broken leg or something, you get that sensation for 3-4 weeks, and then you just get the itchiness from the cast, and you're shoving, wire hangers down there trying to scratch the itch, and you're scratching the outside of the cast, going, ha, 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 get you eventually, you little itch.
Oh man,
And-
that sounds like.
but that's temporary pain for most people. You get a broken bone, and the pain is immediate and it's intense. And then you go to the doctor and they set the bone and they put a cast on or they wrap it or whatever the case may be. And, that pain lessens over time, over a period of weeks, and some people months. I mean, I shattered my ankle in 2009 and had to have surgery. I've still got a pound of titanium in my ankle. And that was, the nerve pain was really bad, but I got used to it. And then, you get used to chronic pain. That's one of the problems with chronic pain. You just get used to it. And so my ankle would sometimes just dump me onto my knee because, from one step to the next, I never knew when my ankle was going to hold me up. And I had a custom ankle brace to hold my ankle in place. But when I wasn't wearing that, sometimes my foot would actually fall out of the ankle socket. That was because my tendons were still drawing back up, and that lasted for years. Okay, so some people have to deal with that for years. I haven't really had too much ankle pain since then. 2009 to now. How many years is that? 12? 13 years?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I broke my ankle at the end of January, so coming up it'll be about 13 years. I had to learn how to walk again. Those two
Yeah.
parallel bars, and you got to wear the little what do you call those crutches, right? The ones that wrap around your wrist and you have the little handle, right? I had to use those for about a month. Well, actually, yeah, 6 weeks, because they wouldn't take the screws out holding my fibula and tibia together for 6 weeks after the surgery. So I had to use those for 6 weeks. And then they finally took the screws out holding my fibula and tibia together. And then I used those crutches again for another 2 weeks. And then they put me in a soft walking cast. So, yeah, I say I had to learn how to walk again. I never actually forgot how to walk. I just had to. Food evening, Deej. Food evening. Yeah, somebody's eating chips. I'm not naming names, Jedi Bill.
Oh, okay.
Bill Brady wants out.
Of course he does.
So yeah, I tell people I had to relearn how to walk because it did take me about 2 months to be able to walk again after my surgery. Oops. I did not mean to fill that up with wine. I meant to do a little bit of wine and a little bit of juice. My bad.
Mm.
Because I didn't intend to get drunk on this stream because Nina needs us. We're here for Nina's support.
Yes, and I asked for this, so yes, so bad.
I think Deej wants to get me kicked off of YouTube. He keeps putting, song lyrics in there. Sherry, Sherry, baby, Sherry. And I don't sing falsetto anymore.
It's a nice song. I like that song.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. So, let's see. Chronic pain. Yeah. Temporary pain goes away after a little while, right? You may have to live with it for weeks, maybe months. But eventually, you get back into regular working shape. And you get back to work. And, once in a while, maybe 2 times a week, you're like, oh boy, my ankle really hurts tonight. So you put it up on a pillow and you take a couple ibuprofen and you drink a beer and you go, oh, that's much better. Whew. And then you have pain that lasts 24/7 365.
Yeah.
That is chronic pain. There are people with diseases or knee injuries or something like that where they just cannot get off their feet. Or it is a neurological problem, which means you are in constant chronic pain every day, every hour of an entire for the rest of your life. You're going to be in this pain. So
Yep.
how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it, Nina?
Well, how do I deal with it? I just tell myself this is what's going to happen and it's going to be this way the rest of your life. Put up
There
with
are a lot of people that are I wouldn't say allergic, but I would say intolerant to most pain medications, right? The ones that they give out. I'm not talking about the Tylenol or ibuprofen. Like almost anybody can take those. There are people who they have a really low tolerance to it because they never have to take it, which is fantastic for them. I'm really happy for them. They're like, oh, I take like one of those 200 ibuprofens and I'm on my ass for like 2 hours. And I go, wow, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Well, last week I had to take a pain pill. I was in so much pain with my back. I said, okay, I can't take it. So I took a pain pill. This was one of my mom's pain pills, so it's low dosage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was out for a whole day and night.
So happy for you.
So I don't know. I think it might have been the weather because we had a few days of very cold nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could have been weather. I don't know.
Apparently, Bill is allergic to garlic and woody steaks.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not allergic to sunlight. He just sparkles in it.
No, there will be no sparkling whatsoever.
Jedi Bill, have you ever been on a really strong pain medication? I mean,
no.
for a long time, for years or whatever. Or
No.
you take one and it knocks you out completely.
No, never, ever.
Okay.
I've been unfortunate, lucky.
Number one, what about you? You ever been on a really strong pain medication? We're not naming names.
For what now?
For chronic pain, have you ever been on a really strong pain medication?
No, I refuse to take anything like that.
Ah, okay. All right. I guess Nina and I are the only druggies on the panel.
I guess so.
No, I was on Percocet, like 5 milligram Percocet, and I was taking it as prescribed. I really was for like 4 years. Did I say 5 years last time? Who cares? Whatever. I was on it for a long time, 4 or 5 years. So yeah, obviously I was dependent on it. I was addicted to it. Absolutely, I was. I'm not gonna make any bones about it. However, it worked. All right. By the end of my prescription, it only worked for about 3 to 4 hours instead of a full 8 hours where I could take another pill. So I had to, go about 4 hours going, whew, God, that feels good. And then another 4 hours going, whew, I'm going to take that next pill real soon. And then I'd take the pill and I'd be like, oh, finally, whew. So my ex-wife learned to keep me away from the kids during that second 4 hour period.
You should see Wookiee Supremacy's remedy there.
I will get to that story later. We're talking about pain pills right now. So that whole dust up in 2015 about the narcotics that were being constantly pushed on every single patient in America. I mean, seriously, if you go in for a little cut on your toe, you're going to come out with a 90-day supply of narcotics because they want you to get hooked on your drug. That I actually heard someone say that once in 2015. I was like, are you kidding me? Get out of here with that.
Yep.
But
So,
yeah, the VA decided that we're not allowed to be on narcotics anymore, and so they took me off of it. Now they didn't just stop my prescription. I didn't go cold turkey. They did actually step me down. But for that last 30 days after my last fourth of a pill, those 30 days were hard. Oh man, they were hard. I was on methocarbamol for a while. Methocarbamol, I built up a tolerance to real fast, but they put me on that after I was on Percocet for so long. So I guess it kind of makes sense that it didn't work for me very long. I guess about 1.5 years is how long it worked for me. And I tried to switch to a different muscle relaxer, and that didn't work at all. So they said, no more muscle relaxers for you. I went, fine. I'll just deal with it my own way. And I went out and bought a bottle of wine. I've been drinking ever since.
yeah.
Wookiee Supremacy says he's got a toothache and all he's got is aspirin and bong hits.
Right.
That works.
So I agree the withdrawal symptoms are really bad, and there are people out there who are not capable of taking pain meds as prescribed. They're also not capable of coming off of them. So yes, it's bad for many, many people. I don't know the numbers. I never did the math, but there were many, many people out there who I see you back there, Eagle Rider. I'll bring you up in just a second. But yeah, it's very painful to come off of a medication. And so there are stories out there where people turn to, like meth and heroin and stuff like that. So I totally get it. I totally understand. But there are people like me who need it to function every day.
Yes, and it's irritating when they won't give you the pain pills that you need.
At this point, I'm constantly going back with my primary care doctor going, look, when I was on Percocet, I didn't drink. I never drank when I was on Percocet. Maybe a couple of beers on a weekend at a barbecue or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm not on Percocet, I'm never not drinking. Unless I'm driving. I don't drink and drive, okay? I don't operate heavy machinery while I'm drinking or anything like that. But pain pills helped me, and I was a regular Joe, and I'm not a regular Joe anymore. So it drives me nuts, this argument about pain pills. I know there are people out there who got addicted and got into harder drugs because of it, but I'm not one of those people, and you should give it to me, damn it.
Yeah.
Hi, Eagle Rider.
Hi, guys.
Eagle. Welcome back.
How you guys doing?
Okay.
Actually
Orny?
having a pretty
The world
good
doesn't
time.
revolve
Looks like
around
we're
you.
going to go over an hour. I intended to just
Sorry
go
I was
an hour,
gone
but
so long. I was just helping take care of some people and helping them out with learning some stuff for tech. So,
Oh,
believe it or
good,
not, because I actually know how to stream and they didn't. So I was.
have a good evening, number one. Thank you for
Yep.
joining
Yeah.
us.
Meanwhile, this cat does not want me to work anymore, if you can tell.
well, that's what they're there for, is for you not to work. You're supposed to pay attention to them.
Yeah, you think that's what she's saying? Look at this.
Yes, I know.
Come here, Ornery. Yeah. down, baby. At least sit here. Be a little calmer. No, pain. This time of year is pain. Good.
Yep.
Regular
You
Joes
ever
don't
get
tie
those parts
women.
of your body like
Hold on.
have the
Hold on.
memory pain?
Hold on. Rosetta, hold on.
Mm.
Regular Joes don't tie women to train tracks, Mr. CCDV.
Depends on what your fetish is. I'm just saying.
No, hold on. Let me turn off my camera real quick. I do. Luckily, there's always a Snidely I'm the Snidely. Who's the Canadian Mountie?
Dudley Do Right.
Dudley Do Right. There's always a Dudley Do Right behind me to take care of the women. I'm fine with that.
Oh.
All right,
No.
go ahead. Eagle Rider,
You know
tell your
memory
story.
pain when it's something that's so
I'm
sharp.
sorry,
and the
hold on.
PTSD.
You can talk about it, but I want to know that it's a serious subject.
This is.
Okay, go ahead.
Why do you have to automatically assume something sinister with me?
It's not sinister with you. It's sinister with all my guests most of the time.
No, I'm talking about here with PTSD and stuff because the memories are so strong. It can also trigger your brainwaves to trigger the memory of the pain when at the times when it happened to you every year.
Okay.
This is a thing, and it's been a very accurate thing for me every time the stupid calendar rolls over. And with that and all this snow and ice and all the travel and stuff over the last week. Oh, fuck. Worry, for fuck's sakes, cat. The world does not revolve around you. Look. But no, this has always been a rough time of year for me. And the weather doesn't help because when you're talking about bone and muscle injuries, the constant storming is never easy, but I did get out, even though I was trying to travel and do all this stuff and deal with everything and all the storms. I did get out and get a couple days of eagle photos so far. It hurt, but I did it.
Well, you got to travel for holidays. I know how much pain comes along with traveling. So.
Well, this
But
cat
yeah.
is insistent to nag me, but just remember, I only took this 2 days ago, so it's worth the pain.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And this, for crying out loud, I'm trying to stream.
She doesn't.
And she's looking at me like, and I'm trying to nag you for attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm the cat, and you're my person.
That's correct.
Well, the thing is that because we had to deal with going across several states and dealing with some emergency stuff in the middle of all the snowstorms and stuff, we kind of left her and Athena here with my parents for those few days. And she's been like this ever since we got back yesterday. She will not let go of me.
She'll ignore you eventually.
No, she won't. She never does.
Oh no, really? Wow.
I could
Strange
be
cat.
Any house. I can yell or let out a squeak of pain or get emotional or cry or stuff. She'll come running across the house and start nuzzling my face, trying to cheer me up.
Ah, okay, right on.
She's
Yeah.
the one that
Big cat.
she clings to me constantly. She doesn't like to let go of me.
She knows.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what you need.
All I know is when my brother rescued a pregnant stray, I went over to meet the kittens when they're about 3 days old. Tiny little squirmy bucket. Eyes closed, everything else. And I was picking up the kittens and she handed me this one. And she sniffed my finger and wrapped herself around it and wouldn't let go of me. And
So you found yourself an emotional support cat through contacts?
kind of. So after I finally got her off me without hurting her, because I didn't want to hurt the little kitten, and I left, and I came back a couple months later to get her once she was weaned, and apparently she was completely hostile that entire couple months. She didn't want any other people around her. She was crabby. She was mean. That's where she got the name Ornery. Was my niece named her that during that time.
She doesn't even like us cartoons around you.
No, she doesn't like any other people, and she does not like to share me. And she's always been this way. And when I got her a couple months old, I walked to my brother's house, and she was laying across the room. And as soon as she saw me, she ran across the room, and jumped up on my shoulder and wouldn't let go. Instantly recognized me. So I don't know what it is. She just latched onto me. And every time I stop petting her, she cries. But yeah, she's supportive.
I intended to just go for an hour for support for Nina, right? Jedi Bill and myself. I'm glad people joined us. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you listened to my stupid stories, and I hope you got a laugh out of them.
I try to never listen to your stupid stories. I mean,
wow, that's really kind. Yeah.
I love you. I'm just teasing.
You're like my little sister. Yeah,
I
little
was
sister.
gonna say,
You're like
don't
my
call
little
me old.
sister.
Don't call me old.
You're like my little sister. You're allowed to make fun of me. Go ahead. But no, on a pain stream like this, Sunday nights I'm going to rename. They're going to be something else. We can all just get together and make fun of each other. But tonight was a special request, so thank you, Nina, for requesting this. And I hope
you're welcome.
I hope you got some enjoyment out of it. I really did.
Yes.
We love you, Nina.
And according to Cinnabon Bunny, I have to tie you to a railroad track at some point.
Her or me?
Jedi Bill's going to dress up as a Mountie, so he'll be fine.
No. The only pain that I experience truly is when I have to watch any Twilight.
I said Mountie, not Sparkly Vampire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Quit thinking about sparkly vamps constantly. You have like some sort of fetish for them.
No, I don't. I hate them. I hate them. Must destroy them all.
Stick ornery on them.
All right. Go on through and tell us what you're doing this weekend, Jedi Bill.
I don't know. Something. I'll be doing something.
Something. Okay,
Sure.
Last minute stuff. Excellent. That's your... Hey, Thomas Potts. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Thomas.
We're actually just wrapping up. I apologize for that. I hope you get to go back and listen to me tell stupid stories and watch me shimmy on camera, because I did.
See, look, they're calling me Jedi Jill now.
Jedi Jill. So Jedi Bill's going to have something, some kind of movie or something this weekend. Eagle Rider, what do you got coming up?
Well, I mean, I'm streaming more over with Bruce Division for gamer stuff. And I should be over there with his channel more. I do the Sunday streams with Makani. And I'm going to be trying in a few weeks here when I get home to start up a group for doing miniatures and specialized art stuff weekly.
All right. Nina, tell us about karaoke.
Yep. Doing karaoke on Saturday. I hope you're there on Saturday.
On Rambling Canucks channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it, 8 o'clock for you guys now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, 8 o'clock for you, 7 o'clock for me, 9 o'clock Central Time, right? 9 o'clock Central Time on Rambling Canucks channel is karaoke. Anybody's allowed to sing. There's no judgment. You can sing whatever song you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. I really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun tonight, and we got some issues out, and we do need to talk about chronic pain when we're in it. So thank you, Nina, for suggesting this. I think it was a really good show.
Yes, it was a nice show.
All right, and I will see you all, I don't know, next time.
Live free, die red.
Pain. It's definitely not going to be a daily show because, wow, I'd be in a
No.
lot of pain by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'm in pain
Yeah.
daily, every minute of my life.
Kai is now Kai. Remember Kai? You know
Yeah,
that guy,
no,
Kai?
I was on his channel 2 nights ago.
Oh yeah, he does a late night show again. Now.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.